are back. We're back. We're back.
We're here.
We're back.
Yay.
We're back.
We're back.
It's been a while, but we're back.
Long time.
It's been a while, but we're back. So long. Hi, y'all.
Hey.
How's it going?
What's up?
What's been happening? How you living?
Right?
Welcome back to Beyond the Velvet Veil. This your girl, Ash.
And Platinum.
And we're in the building. Yeah.
Break it down.
So we saw a movie.
We did.
What did we see?
Death of a Unicorn.
Don't move.
I thought it was an interesting movie. I
Okay.
love the premise. I had fun because it was ridiculous and outrageous.
Yes.
But overall, I was slightly disappointed, but
Okay.
I had some fun.
Oh,
I had shades of fun.
I'm glad you had various shades of fun.
I'm assuming you did not.
It was okay. The
Mhm.
unicorns were the best thing about the movie.
Right?
Like I really wish they could talk. That would have been amazing.
That would have been so much fun.
Like I feel like Seth Rogen should have played one of, like the baby should have been
Oh
Seth.
my,
I'm calling everyone I know, and I'm telling them about this. This has got to stop.
That would have been funny.
listen, that is an amazing idea.
This is funny to me.
I would have loved it. Now, because these were killer unicorns.
Yes.
I think that would have been great. And you know who else's voice would have been dope?
Who?
Bob's Burgers. That guy. Archer? Yeah.
Yes.
That would have.
Oh God. I'm
oh my God. He
crying.
could have been the father.
I'm crying already. Now I want to know what the third one should be.
Ooh. However, I don't know why the first person that comes to mind, of course, is going to be, what's Bob's wife's name?
Linda.
Linda.
Hear me.
Look at my eyes. You see how crazy they are?
I think Linda should voice
So this is
a
just,
true family of
this is
unicorns.
just Bob Burgers of unicorns.
Oh, I think that would have been the gag. That would have been
Crossover.
fun. That would have been the gag.
Just bring Archer and them. Just for
You
the
know
heck of it.
what? We are making movies here. We are writing.
Pay us.
Listen to what we're telling you. I guess we'll get into the story.
All right.
Ooh. All right. We are in the car riding along with Ridley and her daddy, Elliott. Now, there's a lot of information that we are not aware of, but automatically we can tell there is tension. Okay? It's cut worthy. Okay? It is thick. It is giving. Just trying to understand what is happening. Ridley's like, your typical angsty, emo,
teenager. It's
angry,
Jenna Ortega.
grieving child.
It's Jenna Ortega. I mean, yeah, she was kind of angsty.
Yeah,
She's just mad.
right. She was just so pissy. She just had such a pissy,
Everything is just sucks for her.
It is. Now, granted, her mommy dad, we don't know how, we don't know when, we don't know of what. We just know she took and
She
passed.
took it. No, you've upgraded to pass now. Okay. Okay. Accept it.
She is going through it. That was her ride or die. That was her girl.
Yeah.
And she done went up to the upper room.
You know what that is, the upper room the motherfucker sing about? The upper room. Yeah, that's right, tell you what. The upper room.
Again, we don't have a great deal of information about what happened. However, Elliott, you couldn't tell, but he's also grieving that was his wife. But he was just so focused on clout chasing. It was hard to tell.
Yeah.
But I also got the sense he wanted to be closer to little Ridley. Now, this in the movie is Paul Rudd, Elliott, Dede, and little Ridley, Jenna Ortega.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're driving, they're going through it. They're having like a little bit of an argument. They're going back and forth. The tension is building, and we're like, something bad's about to happen. I'm sitting there trying to figure out why we arguing, what is really going on here until boom, bang, bingo, jam.
It's got real.
I am aghast. I am sitting here like, whoa, What was that? Clearly, they too wondered the same thing.
Absolutely.
They get out the car.
Uh-huh.
They look over. All we see is them looking down, gagged. Then they peer to what they're looking at. It is a white unicorn.
Which neither of them points out.
No one says those words at all. You know,
They're
like
just-
they had seen one before.
Yeah. It's regular.
I mean, it was so like, you would have thought they was looking at a deer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. However, my black ass.
You need to leave. It's disgusting.
Look, we ain't gonna ask questions. We ain't gonna wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, we didn't take that time.
Also bleeding purple blood, which I wished it had glitter in it. It would have been.
Oh my God.
Oops. Anyway,
See,
the ideas. I'm just
Great,
saying.
exactly.
Glitter should have come out of somewhere. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, it would have made it a lot more
Whimsical?
Whimsical. I like it.
you.
Good word.
Thank you.
Now they figure, let's put this thing out of its misery.
Yes.
Dad goes back, gets a
Tire iron.
iron. Jenna Ortega's just standing there, just in amazement, in awe. And then the little horn just started shining and blinking and all that. Well, Jenna is lured to touching it. She touches it, and then she goes into straight orbit. Okay, she sees the stars, the skies, the Big Bang, how the universe just draws her in, and she is in awe. And before we know it, we're like, oh, this thing is powerful. That thing got magic in its spirit. She saw the whole existence of life through this unicorn. And then before we know it, bang, 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 bang. Elliott is like going in, just bang, 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 bang.
Unicorn out.
That poor uni, he didn't deserve that. He didn't. Y'all could have just moved it to this. I actually don't know what they should have done, to be honest.
Not
because
what they did.
That part.
Period.
There were options,
And that
They
was
took
not
the-
that was not one of them though.
Mhm, they
I don't
took
know
the worst
where
one.
they got that option from. How was that an option? Go ahead.
Correct. Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask you a question. Look, y'all are driving down a country road and you hit something, right? Naturally, I'm sure you're curious, but when you go out and see it's a unicorn, are y'all gonna put that mother lover in the back of your car? Or are you gonna leave it right there on the side of the road? What you gonna do? It just look. I just
But
got
no,
so
I'm
excited
gonna
talking
get-
to you guys.
I'm gonna get back in the car
Correct.
and I'm gonna go.
I'm headed out.
And neither of them had blood on them.
Oh, they didn't.
No.
Look at that.
That was weird.
These fools put the mother love in the back of the car and then head on about their way. What they planned on doing with it, I honestly don't know. But they get to Elliott's employer's home. He works for a very, very wealthy family as a lawyer. He came up there to do some business, and they get to this gargantuan house
Huge.
on the top of a mountain.
Huge.
Beautiful, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Overseeing the entire mountainous view. Gorge. Everything. So they go in, you are introduced to this lovely, rich, wild and wacky family, okay? The patriarch of the family, he is ill. He is severely ill with cancer, I'm assuming.
Something he could die from soon.
Yeah, he looked like he was on his way out to the upper room. And then you have his wife, very posh, Tia Leone. Tia Leone playing Belinda. She's actually very fabulous. Her attire was really on.
It was cute.
Then you're introduced to their little son. Meet the Millers.
We're the middle.
We're the Millers.
The son, quote unquote.
Little Shep,
Yeah.
played by.
Will Poulter.
Oh, I did like him in that movie. He was pretty dope. In
Yeah.
this, he's kind of a douche.
But not enough.
He likes to wheel and deal.
And alcoholic.
They seem pleasant enough until they start making some comments like clear classism.
Yeah.
Of course.
Which you can expect, but
Yeah.
Elliott was too much of a cloud chaser
Yeah.
to care,
Yeah.
and he was trying to get all this business done.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, Jenna Ortega Ridley, she is not very happy to be here. And so she's a little standoffish. They notice, they point this out. She goes to the bathroom, realizes that she had some of the blood on her from the unicorn.
That's right. She did have
And
blood.
then she washes her face, and she had a bad case of acne, and it is gone.
Yeah. Disappeared.
This unicorn has magical healing power for the acne.
It's for everything.
She is shocked. She is gagged. She comes out. They're all sitting there. Now, little Elliott's sitting on this little stoop, being looked down on by little Belinda and Richard Grant, Odell,
Mm-hmm.
Odie.
Odie.
They are literally looking down on him. Okay, if that's not symbolism, I don't know what is. So they're all in the living room. She's trying to tell little Elliott what is going on. They look outside. There is some bang, bang, banging from their car.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
Everybody looking like, oh, what is in your car? We hit something on the way here.
Yeah.
We put it in the car.
Right. And brought it here
And
to your
brought it
house.
here because apparently that was a really great
To your
idea.
house.
The unicorn was not dead.
No, he was not.
He was trying to get out of the car. They walk over to the car. Why? I don't know, because I would have stayed my tail in the house.
Yeah.
He finally gets his head out. They're
Maid.
yes, they're maid slash cook slash she
Head
was
of security.
everything. Head of security. Good job. She shot him smooth in
In the head, in the dome.
gone, dead and gone. Now they're also gassed, trying to figure out what this is, but
Until Jenna says it's a effing unicorn.
correct.
Yeah, that's what it was. They knew, they just didn't want to say it.
Jenna Ortega tells them, it healed my acne. This family, apparently, they own a pharmaceutical company. They decide, oh my God, we should experiment on it, see what it can do. They see an opportunity to make some money. And the patriarch, within a day, that man's cancer was gone.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
said,
he
call everybody.
He was walking up and everything. Yep.
We gotta get this thing on
On the market.
on the market. They started experimenting on them, but then before they know it, the unicorn got back up all the way. His signal, his little unicorn horn had a signal. It said beep, 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 and his people pulled up.
So did.
Parents
So did.
pissed.
Mad. Give me my baby back, bruh.
They was not having it.
Give.
All I know is when they pulled up,
Yeah.
they started killing everything in their way.
Oh my God, shit got real, shit got real, shit got real.
Gone, dead, slash everything.
Done.
Did it up. All the scientists gone.
Gone.
They try to get out the house, and then Odell,
Patriarch.
patriarch, he think he is the unicorn whisperer.
Yep.
He said, I can out-talk anybody, anything. This thing is gonna listen to me. Trust me, trust me.
Watched it.
That unicorn said, ooh, you speak peace. I'm gonna lay my head down. I kneel down. I take the knee for you. Odell
Take the
comes
knee.
closer,
Yeah.
brings his hand to the horn, and then that
Hold on.
unicorn smashes him and then just stabs him smooth in the face. Gone.
Dead. Immediately.
Whew.
Wow.
Everybody run.
These unicorns.
That was good.
Calculated.
That
That was
smart.
calculated.
Tell-
That was.
he humbled
That was
him.
intent.
That unicorn humbled that man.
Wow.
Then we figure out who's at the top of the food chain at this point.
It's the unicorns.
It wasn't the humans.
Nah.
For those of us climbing to the top of the food chain, there can be no mercy.
At all. So the family run back in the house. They trying to strategize, trying to figure out what we about to do. It's time for Survivor. We got to go and sacrifice somebody.
Yeah.
They all said, you know what? We are too rich to go out here and figure it out. Griff, I want you to go out there, run, and see if you can,
Get the door.
get the door open because somehow they turned the electricity off.
Yeah.
Fuck, you can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious!
No. Well, yes.
The
Smart
unicorns. Yeah.
unis.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Griff was like, yo, I got kids. What you talking about?
Right.
Wow. You still gotta go.
Yeah.
This bitch.
You gotta go.
And he went.
That man went.
Not sure why he didn't fight, but he went. No.
Because my tail won't going out there.
Nah.
Y'all gonna have to drag me out there. I'm not going. But he did. He ran out there. Whew. He's able to get the gate open. However, behind him is one of the scientists that has the little pony on
On a gurney.
a gurney.
Mm-hmm.
And parents roll up on her. They said, "What's good?"
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Here's your
your
child.
kid."
Here's your baby."
They have, at this point, cut the horn off as well.
Mm-hmm. She dies.
Boom! Because that's what happened.
Yeah.
They kicked the mess out of her.
Oh yeah. Gone.
Gone.
R.I.P.
How do I say goodbye?
So at this point, Jenna, Ortega, and Elliott run back in the house. They run upstairs. They have the horn though.
Yeah.
Now, Shep,
Mm-hmm.
he run around with a little bow and arrow.
Mm-hmm. We're the Millers. Mr. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jenna Ortega was able to do some research, learn a little bit more about the history and mythology of the unicorns, and then she figured out that historically they
were like on a quest to find a pure maiden.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. They bonded with the pyramid, and then after that bond, I guess it gave them the strength and the power to kill the men and overtake them and all that stuff, and got their revenge.
That's diabolical if you think about it. That's really diabolical.
Intentional. Come on.
Like,
This stuff
but
is
from a female
calculated.
standpoint, Shep, he too had that experience that Jenna Ortega had,
He
but he had
did.
it from a addiction
Yeah.
standpoint.
Wish I could jump in there and roll around in all that cascading white powder. Yeah, just get high on all of life's splendor.
So he got the bright idea, let me go find Jenna Ortega because she is a pure maiden,
Yeah.
apparently. And so if we put her out here, we will draw them to her and then we will capture them.
Yep.
And he got her.
Yeah,
He caught her up to her.
you did.
But
Yeah.
poor Belinda.
Mm.
She got got.
I was fine with that one.
Here, draw a circle.
Okay.
That was an oval. It has to be a circle.
Yeah.
Wasn't.
She wasn't, even though her dress game was fire. Belinda, R.I.P. Shep said, oh, well, he went and found his maiden, put her outside.
Just said, oh well, let me go outside while you get attacked by this unicorn.
Yeah,
because that's exactly what happened.
He was not worried about mom at that point. I guess his plan was to grieve her after he got this money.
Yeah,
do it all in their name.
You gotta patch your tears with the cash. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It makes sense.
He puts little Jenna Ortega out for the unicorns to come and get her. She's better than me though, because me and him would have been fighting.
Yeah.
We would have been throwing hands.
Yeah.
You would have had to force me down.
Yeah.
First, distract target. Then block his blind jab. Counter with cross to left cheek. Discombobulate. Dazed, will attempt wild haymaker. Employ elbow block. And body shot. Block feral left. Weaken right jaw. Now fracture.
But luckily for her, the unicorns walked up to her and just laid in her lap.
They sure did.
Lay your head down, lay your head down.
I'm not gonna. Go ahead.
Oh boy, I gotta tell you that sounds awful.
That's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
They got real comfortable. They saw their maiden. They were like, hey girl.
Can we just take a break for 2 seconds.
We are so
We're
sick and
tired.
tired of fighting and
We're
killing
tired.
folks today. These people done got on my nerves.
Y'all see what they did to? See what they did to my baby? They took the horn.
They did.
How dare they?
Well, Shep ties them up. Elliott came out from the back. He had the horn. He sees this situation that his daughter's in, and he finally steps in to save his baby.
Let's get ready to rumble!
He goes up to little Shep. They go at it. Knife, knife, knife. Ooh, both of them.
Knife.
They go down. Jenna Ortega grabs her dad and is like, has him in her arms and, Daddy, no.
I'm sad.
Shep, on the other hand, he's down for the count, but he tries to get up. He makes eye contact with the unicorns.
Yeah.
You tried to tie us up, my man. And they donkey kicked his tail.
Bruh, that man was
Gone.
flying like 20 feet.
He was gone instantly.
Done.
Somebody had to go.
All I know is Elliott passes in Ridley's arms.
He does.
We're shedding tears. It's
Bye, Ant-Man.
oh gosh.
Oh my gosh.
She's
no
going to be
way.
in foster care.
Oh, no
She's
way.
going to have a hard time adjusting.
Oh.
She's already mad at the world.
So dramatic.
Well, the unicorns, they foresaw the pain she would have to go through if she went into foster care, and they said, we got you, girl. They took her daddy.
They thought about his foster going to foster care.
I'm so confused.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
They knew what foster care was. So say it. These unicorns was so smart. Come on, y'all. Prevented her from going into foster care? How do you know what that is?
They said, girl, you done been through enough. We don't want you to go through this no more. You're a friend.
How did they know what that is? Do they have Google? I wasn't ready for that. Go ahead.
They clicked their heads together.
They did.
They did the Wonder
Wonder Twins activate. Wonder Twin powers activate.
Wonder Twin powers activate!
They bring back Elliott. They bring back their baby. Both of them shake off death and look at each other, and they're grateful. They tip their hat. Finally, help is here. The police show up with Griff. Griff was able to get away and bring back just one police officer. However, this don't look good.
Nope. There's no unicorns. 2 people that are alive and everybody else is not.
Gone. Police officer said, well, we just got to take you downtown. They clank them. And they're in the back of the car.
Having a cute father-daughter moment.
It's so sweet. It's so
While
sweet.
in handcuffs in the back of the police
They
car.
just knew it's going to be okay because now we know the value of love. We know the value of our love for one another.
I understand you. I see you. See me.
And I feel seen.
And
the unicorns are galloping closer.
Literally, you hear like heroic music.
Yeah.
Like Indiana Jones.
They look over to the right and they see the unicorns. The unicorns see them. They tip their head. And Paul Rudd, Elliott knew what was about to go down.
They took cover because they knew what was about to happen.
And then the unicorns rammed into the police car to save their friends.
Yeah.
End of movie.
Yeah. Yep. That's it.
Themes. Corporate greed.
We'll have you doing anything.
Absolutely. I wonder, in what world does that actually happen in? But yes, according to the movie, corporate greed can create human beings who do not value the lives of others and will lead them to exploit and commoditize anything that they feel they can make a profit off of, regardless of the consequences. Greed don't care about the collateral damage.
This was like a...
I I appreciate this Marxist perspective on corporate greed and the exploitation of its workers and commoditizing things. You have no business commoditizing life. The moment they would have said, let's start commoditizing the unicorn's blood, red flags would have been coming up for me. I would have had to go.
Jenna, try. Don't even know what's going to happen. This is only one unicorn. What if you need more? Right. It still took him too long to come back to this. It's wrong.
Right.
Man, I'm right about him. I'm always right. It's like when I'm right, I'm right. And when I'm wrong, I could have been right. So I'm still right because I could have been wrong.
That makes sense.
You thought it was work continuing to placate to these rich people for what?
Literally for billions of dollars.
It angered me. I'm not going to hold you. It irked my nerve.
Did it?
It did. Because, first of all, the fact that you feel like you need to placate to these people because your career matters, I get it. But at the same time, no, it don't. Not to this extent. Why are we entertaining this foolishness just to make these rich people happy? If you fired me, I would have found work. It would have been fine. I'm not going to do this with these people. Not doing this with these people.
Sounds personal over there.
So
You okay?
Let me breathe. Let me see if my therapist is on speed dial.
No, I didn't get that flummoxed. I was more on the side of, okay, I could probably do this for a little bit, but let's see how far it goes. Because let's be for real. If the deaths hadn't started happening, all their plans would have came to fruition. They all would have had all this money. It would have been fine.
Listen, the classism is real. The classism is real. But it speaks to how they wrote these characters to be very detached from just basic human decency. They didn't check on how they was feeling, even though they knew they had a car accident. But there was a point in the movie, though, I peeped this and I think this is not too long after they got to the house, he's like showing them the papers and he has to sit on this small stool. And I was like, oh, really? So y'all can look down on him literally?
Literally.
Wow.
But let's look at the whole scene.
Yeah.
He chose to sit on that little seat right there. Now, why was the little seat right there? I don't know. But he could have
voluntarily positioned yourself to a lower.
Right.
Ooh.
And they were talking. They were trying to convince him to tell him about himself. And she was like, the mom was like, what did you get your degree in? He said, art history. And she said, ugh. And then Paul immediately said, oh, no. I don't even think it was that. And I said,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Real. I really wanted more character from the mom. I feel like she was so, like you said, one note and bland. I'm like, make it funny.
I need you to be a Karen Huger.
I need you to be Karen Huger. I need you to be slick with it.
Exactly. Give me a little Giselle.
Right.
You know, I need to hate and kind of low-key like you.
Okay.
I didn't like any of it.
You were on the unicorn side, which made sense.
Team Uni. I sure was.
No, you're right. I don't even think I liked the help.
Oh my God.
The medical people.
Right?
I mean, they were innocent too. They were. They took the bull from the rich people too.
They did, but they had a sense of arrogancy as well, which I find is so interesting because I'm treated the same way, but I bought into the Kool-Aid.
It's Django.
Yes.
Samuel Jackson's character in Django.
It is, but that's how you survive. Listen, they don't care about none of y'all. But I feel like we gotta feel like we got a sense of superiority to make us feel like we have value until it's about life and death and you realize ain't nobody, we all in the same dang on boat.
Yeah.
And it's not necessary.
It's not. It could all be.
Actually, if we worked together, we would have gotten out of this situation. Hello? You better wake up.
Oh, if you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention.
You better wake up. You better do it. Don't get me wrong. I love this premise, but some of its approach didn't quite work for me. There were some things in here that I would have done differently. Like, there's enough room for the unicorns to have been a lot more destructive. If I were the unicorn, I would have been tearing everything up. No mercy.
Okay.
None. Oh.
We tearing everything.
But that house would have been destroyed.
Yeah.
I'm taking everything out.
Yeah.
I don't think they wrote these characters out in a way that made you like them. It would have been more entertaining.
Yeah.
I didn't like any. I was rooting for each of their demise.
Oh, everybody.
I was
Even
rooting.
Jenna?
No, but Jenna was still like a very one-dimensional written character.
Yeah.
Like the same character she plays in almost that angsty teen. I'm mad with the world.
I hate my parents.
Beetlejuice kind of girl.
And Wednesday.
Girl, the shade of it all.
Actually, I probably am more like the Jenna Ortega of the film.
No, you are.
I would not been able to continue the charade.
Right.
I would have been annoyed.
Yeah. That's the thing. She wasn't annoyed enough for me.
You're right.
And
You're
I was like, is she smoking weed in this little vape that she has?
And nobody noticed? A lot of things were just ignored here.
Noticed or cared? Because I felt like she could have got a drink and nobody would have cared.
They actually would have gave it to her.
Oh, come on, man. I just had a couple of alcohol beers.
I can see where Paul Rudd was coming. I was like,
I saw it.
I was like, okay, it's just one unicorn. Nobody really knows the thing.
Correct. And it's just a unicorn.
Who knows what unicorns can do?
Exactly.
And, my little girl's acne cleared right on up.
Exactly.
Listen, give it to me.
Let's do it.
I'll take it.
I will take it. I guess that's where,
For clear acne,
you're
I'll
right.
take it.
You're right.
And his sinuses cleared up. He had no more allergies.
Okay, the conflictedness just set in.
But
I'm not listening to my daughter.
Not at all.
She's been telling me the right thing the entire night, and I chose to ignore her.
Every time.
Every time. And make her feel little.
Oh, yes. Yes, because even when she would look to him, he would look down or look away. And it was like, well, dang, back me up.
Can you do something?
Yes, but
he had a change of heart.
But it was so late in the movie, and people had already died.
So many. You thought, all right, y'all, we're gonna call it a night, though.
Yeah,
we'll holler at you. Please hit like, subscribe, do all the things, and see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.